I see some new faces in the house, so you know what that means. You get the spiel every time. Some of you can quote my spiel from heart. But we want to tell you a little bit about Le Wagon before we go forward, so you understand the context of what you're doing here, of what these students just went through, and so you can be even more impressed to see what they're about to show you. But first, also want to say thank you for coming out. We really appreciate the support, and we also just like to have a good time, so the more the merrier. All right, so for the last 9 weeks, 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, there are 26 amazing human beings spread throughout this room. Woo! Sorry. Woo! That joined us in Lisbon to learn how to code. So they showed up every single day, and they learned the skills to actually be able to develop web products. It's probably some of the most 9 intense weeks of their lives. Yeah, guys? Yeah? Okay. But worth it. Yeah, guys? Le Wagon and how we got started, what we do. Le Wagon was founded in 2014 by 3 crazy French guys, Boris, Roman, and Seb, who decided they wanted to empower entrepreneurs and creatives with technical skills. And now, to date, in 2018, Le Wagon is in 27 cities worldwide. So in Rio, in Tokyo, in Sydney, in Bali, in Tel Aviv, Montreal, and Lisbon. Woo! Lisbon, this is our 2nd anniversary, actually officially this demo day, right? Yeah? And our 8th batch, and almost, we round up, 200 students to date have gone through our program here in Lisbon, with 3,000 globally. So it's a massive global community. And so what does Le Wagon do? What do we do? What does it mean to empower people with technical skills? We help people get jobs, cool tech jobs we help people get cool tech jobs. We help people build products. We give people the skills to be able to have a more autonomous professional life, #digital nomad. And we do that by teaching how to code, so HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Ruby on Rails. I hope some of you have heard of these things. But it's actually much more than that. We teach mindset. So, usually I end this by saying we teach people how to actually build product, which is what you're going to see. But then I thought it's actually much more than that. It's really about, I think Le Wagon, you go into it saying you want to learn how to code, but it becomes this personal, now I'm losing the words. But it's really about finding the resilience, the persistence, and being able to let go of your ego and trust in yourself and find the confidence to keep on going when you don't know what the hell is going on. Which isn't that symbolic for life. But that's Le Wagon, and it's condensed into 9 weeks, and you do it surrounded by amazing people from all over the world, with all different professional backgrounds, from all different cultures, that you then have to actually work with and collaborate with and build products together, which that's a whole nother level of difficult. And so the students, what they achieved today is incredible, and they've come a long way, and it's been a lot more than just learning to code. It's been an emotional experience, it's been a growth experience, and I hope that they're leaving here realizing how powerful they are. That's Le Wagon. So, what's going to happen? We have 26 students, as I already said, that have built 7 products. And I just want to make it clear, these products were not built over the course of 9 weeks. They were built in the last 10 days of the program, including today. Hopefully no one was touching their code today when I say that. And so the students have had an intense few weeks as well. And I just want to give a little disclaimer for those of you in the room that aren't programmers. and don't understand maybe what goes on behind the scenes of what they're about to show you. To build a product in 10 days, so to design, to think of it, okay? To design it, to code it, to give it data so that it's real, so it's believable, and then to put it online is insanely difficult for probably any developer, but then to do that when 9 weeks ago, over half of this group did not know how to open up the terminal on their computer, okay? That little black box that pops up on your screen sometimes and you get scared, that one. Okay, so it's an incredible achievement, and we are very proud of them, and so you should be too. And if you are a recruiter or you are looking for a technical co-founder, you are crazy not to want to work with one of our alumni because they are exceptional people and they know how to work under pressure. So. All right, that finishes the spiel. There you go. All right, let's get started. If anyone follows my Instagram stories, anyone following me on Instagram? You guys better be. I had a massive stand-up paddleboarding accident a few weeks ago. You know, massive. And those of you that don't think stand-up paddleboarding is radical, you are wrong. It is a radical sport. Am I right, Emily? Yes. And it made me realize, like, I want to take this further. I think I'm ready for kite surfing. You know, right? If I can stand up paddleboard, I can kite surf, obviously. So, thank God there's Seabreeze, who can now make all my kite surfing dreams into a reality. Give it up for Manu, Siri, Tarek, and Clement.
Thank you, Shannon. I think at least half of the room here knows how much I like to go kite surfing. You'll hear me the day after talking about, wow, that was fun, that was great. And actually, Lisbon is the fantastic city for it. But the trouble is, I spend a lot of time looking at different forecast sites, studying the forecast, trying to get a feeling for when should I go and where should I go, right? And this really frustrates me, and I came to Wagon thinking, I wish there was a simpler solution for me to, plan my kite week easier.
Tarek, I think your struggling days are over. I know this guy from Le Wagon. They built an amazing app, especially for you. So it's called Seabreeze, and it helps you plan your kite week with ease. So basically, you can sign up with your Google account. All right, so basically, how does it work? You just need to add a couple spots where you go kiting, usually, and set your preference, how you like to kite surf. So let's go to the settings.
Yeah, I see. The thing about kite surfing is, depends how you wish to enjoy the sport. You might have different preferences. So for me, what I'm looking for is, I quite like that recommendation, maybe 10 to 30 knots wind, that's pretty great. But actually, I try to go when there's a little bit more waves than that, so maybe I'd scroll that preference range up to 3 meters. Exactly, and that's the type of forecast I'd be interested. That's when I wanna, that's what would trigger me to say, let's go to this spot. And now I see something called managed spots. I imagine I can add my favorite beaches here. So in Lisbon, I like to go a lot to Guincho. It's a world-famous beach, and it's fantastic. If you haven't been there, I absolutely recommend it. And then also Costa Caparica is also fantastic. However, I always find myself thinking, should I go there? Should I go to Costa Caparica, Guincho? Where should I go? So that's a little bit of a challenge. Then I also travel a bit, and I like to go kite surfing. So I think here I could maybe look within a map, see if there's some international spots I could go check out at some point. I happen to go to Scotland, to be going to Scotland next week. So maybe I can zoom into the map and see a spot here. St. Andrews, fantastic. I would like to follow this spot and see when the conditions are going to be right for me. So what happens now?
So now let's go back to the dashboard. And this is where the magic happened. So now you can see, in a glimpse of an eye, all your favorite spots, and you have the forecast for the next 5 days. You can choose your time slots as well. So how does it work? Now you see that when it's in your preferences, it turns green, and when it's outside your preferences, it's gray. But I would like to make an offer to you, and let's go kite surfing together. Deal. So what about Sunday?
Let's check the conditions.
Yeah, so Sunday here in Lisbon, it doesn't look so well, right? So maybe we can go on Saturday. Yes, Saturday evening suits you well?
Fine by me.
All right, so let's add it to our session. And so now let's go back to the session where we can keep track of every sessions. So you don't have to go back to your dashboards every time. Now everything is here, and you don't have to go to add it in your Google Calendar because it does it for you.
Wow, this does bring simplicity to planning my kite week. I'm going to spend so much more time in the water now. Seabreeze.co. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Okay, Carlos is going to ask me to kill time. This gets difficult. So I'm from a family of professional stand-up paddle boarders. Is that even a thing? And I have this cousin who is like almost super pro, but he doesn't make any money. And so, which I guess doesn't make him pro at all. But he spent the summer just paddleboarding the whole summer. But he's going to school, he's going to university in a week, and he didn't make any money the whole summer, and so he's broke. And he's not going to be able to get his books or be able to hire a tutor, and it's just a big problem. So thank God, HelpInUs came into being. Did you guys like the segue, how I took it from, it was good, right? It was a long one, but it worked. So thank God that HelpInUs is here to solve my fake cousin professional stand-up boarders' problems. Okay? So give it up for Emmanuel, Maxine, Jeremy, and Lucinda.
Thank you, Shannon. So a student has time, energy, willingness to learn, but no money. Also, he has to face some situation he can't really afford. For example, if he needs, it's a problem with the electricity of his apartment, he has to move heavy stuff, things like that. Actually, there's a solution today. You just need to ask one of your friends who has the competencies to help you. But usually it's always the same nice guy who is willing to help others, and at a certain point, you want to help him back. So that's why we came up with HelpInUs, because as we say in English, there's no free meal. And this will help to, it's a service, you help a person get paid with a currency that we created called LPs, and then you can spend your LPs on another service. So we're going to demonstrate how it works with our two students, Emmanuel and Lucinda.
So I'm a college student, and one of my friends told me about a site that I can get free service rendered to me. So I got on the site, it asked me about my name, it asked me about my studies, asked me about my hobbies, asked me for my email address, and then further asked me for a password, and I then became a helpster. So over the course of signing up and actually becoming a helpster, I noticed the logo, which quite fit what I look like apparently. So I was quite excited about that. So I was interested even more looking at the logo of the Helpster guy because now I can be him. So now I'm successfully logged in, and I'm just like, I'm curious about the services that this site provides. So I started scrolling through, and I noticed that there's a lot of them, but they require you to have Helpies. So I first thought, okay, maybe look at my dashboard to learn how Helpies work. And I noticed that it's a virtual currency where I'm already accredited 60 Helpies for just signing up. So I went back on the dashboard and I'm like, okay, I've been very artistic for the past couple of weeks, so maybe I should learn some more painting. So I searched for painting, and painting comes up. I have 60 Helpies, 40 Helpies it costs, so I wanted to write Agathe. But before that, I wanted to see what her reviews were. I noticed John had a great time with her. So now I want to go back and I want to write her to say, hey, I'm interested in your service. So I said, hi, when are you available to render me a service in painting? And as I wait for her message, I went back to the service pages to look at more services. And given that I've been in Portugal for the past 9 weeks, I'm like, why don't I learn Spanish? That makes sense, right? So I searched up Spanish and I noticed Lucinda has a ad for Spanish, and I said, wow, that looks really nice, 40 Helpies. I'm gonna request from Lucinda. And as I wait for Lucinda, why not just also offer something given that I'm also skilled? So I said I want to offer tutoring for math. So I put in my offer name, said I want 50 Helpies for it. And then I chose a file for what the service is gonna look like. And I explained that I could help with tutoring math. I can do some finance help as well too. Wrote that in my about my offer. Then I further looked through the category where it fit, and just like that, I post an offer. Now it's time for me to wait for Lucinda to answer to my request, and now it's time to hear from her.
Okay, so I'm a little bit more experienced on this site. I have been using it for a couple of months, and it has been really beneficial to my student experience. So as you can see on my profile, I have 110 Helpies right now. I'm fairly rich in the Helpie world. So these are the offers that I put up. Currently I have 4, and so I'm going to check if anyone has requested any of these offers. So as you can see, I have requests for all of them. And I see I've got a new one 1 minute ago from Emmanuel. So I'm going to accept his offer. Okay, so now we'll go to my open requests. This is when I have accepted something, and they are now in a kind of limbo period. So actually, I see that I've got Maxime up there. He gave me a coding lesson, and we've actually completed this. So I'm going to mark that as completed. I'm also going to check back on my profile because I accepted a request and I want to make sure that I have my Helpies. And yes, I have 150 now. Fantastic. Okay, so my bookings, what have I requested? Quite a few things. And I see that Sarah is still up there. She actually tended to my garden this morning, so I'm going to leave her a review. She was pretty good, so I will give her 5 stars and a fantastic comment. Great. Okay. So now before I log out, I am going to check through the services and see if there's anything that I want to add to my requests. It's pretty stressful at uni at the moment. Deadlines are like now, so I feel like a sport would be a really good thing. And I see that they've added swimming, so I'm going to check that one out and request it. I need it. Okay. Fantastic.
Now it's time for me to check my message to see if Agathe have gotten back to me. So I'm gonna go log back on into my page. Let's see if she's gotten back to me. Messages. She got back to me 4 minutes ago. And it seems like I'm gonna be taking painting classes on Mondays and Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Thank you.
So, do you remember our initial problem? Well, now you can learn to code, play the guitar, have help for manual labors, and for free. Basically, you just need to offer your time to others. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, so we have thousands of people waiting outside right now. So if we can just move, okay, the camera doesn't know, so don't look at me like that. If we can just move everyone in, yeah? There's seats. The sunbathers can move out of the sun. Cool. Yeah, and there's spots upstairs. Maria, don't block the stairs. Cool. I love that there's just an empty patch right there. It's bad design. I know. All right, so let's get started again. So this next team, actually, we're very proud of, and there's no, okay, talk slower. All right, this next team we're very proud of. Sorry? Okay, are we okay? All right. Again, this next team we're very proud of. We feel like they've really embraced the programmer's attitude and mindset. You know, programming, and I've said this before in other demo days, before I got into this world and this community and understanding what programming is really like and what it's all about, I truly believed that programmers were meant to be in a basement with big headphones and a pizza box by them. That's what I thought programming was. Oh, and it was dark. It needed to be dark as well. And I've come to find out that programming is highly collaborative. And there's a lot of knowledge sharing. And typically, a more senior developer tends to be very philanthropic in the way that they help other developers and they share their knowledge. It's something that they want to give back, which is why for this boot camp, we're not paying any of our teachers. Because we know they do this out of the kindness of their hearts. Right, João? Yeah, okay, good. We'll get that in writing later. No, but it is like a really, the programming communities, there's a lot of goodwill. And that's because it's really stinking hard to learn how to code, especially in the beginning, and then continue to get better. And you're always looking for people to help you. You're looking on forums. And yeah, you're looking just for good explanations to the problems that you have. And so this next team really embraced the idea of knowledge sharing and helping out their colleagues. And I'm right on time. Give it up for Auxilium, Daniel, Tiago, and Rui. It's our team Portugal.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so our team is actually going to present two products, so we have to keep it brief. The first project I'm going to present is Auxilium. As a student of Levagon's bootcamp, I found myself coding like a madman. But at some point I hit a roadblock and I have problem solving one of the exercises. Usually what I do when this case happens, I call one of the amazing teacher assistants. They come to our computer and they help us through the problem we're having. But in this case, it's 10 p.m. and no teacher assistant is available. So luckily for me, we found out about this new extension for the Wagon website, which is called Auxilium. It's a forum for bootcamps. So I just go into the Wagon's website. This is where they share all the exercises with the students. And I notice a new nifty little button saying go to forum. So I go to the exercise in question. What is your name? I go to the forum. Forum. This is taking a little bit longer than usual. Go to the forum. Okay, so now we can see all the questions related to this challenge to the specific challenge. My first step is to go through all the questions and see if the problem I'm having in this exercise, someone has had that problem before. So I can see, yeah, the second question looks like exactly what I need. So I press it, I check the description. The problem is very similar to what I have, and this answer does look like something, it's exactly what I need actually. So I'm going to upvote it because I'm a nice guy. And my problem is solved. I'm feeling great, I saved time. So now I want to share this feeling with someone else. The way I will do it is by checking the forums, maybe the experiment methods, and see if there's some a question that I can help someone with. So I go to the forum, and I see that Jeremy actually posted a question. I like Jeremy, let's see if I can help him out. Okay. When it doesn't work, code. So I check the question, and actually I do know the answer. So I just post an answer, and write that he is missing a greater 2 symbol. I'm making some typos on the way, and then I submit the answer. Now I'm feeling even better. I mean, I've helped someone, I received help from someone, and now I can get straight back into my coding. And with the time I saved with this forum, I might have time to make a second project.
That's awesome, guys, right? Now we have an extension for Le Wagon website where students can actually anytime have a forum for Q&As. Let me talk you about Oscar right now. So, Oscar is an open source highway, and before telling you what Oscar is, I will explain what GitHub is really quick. So GitHub is this Dropbox for programmers where you can share your repositories, your projects, and then your teams can work with you there. The problem that we found is that it's really difficult to find collaborators for your own projects. So Oscar is really handy on this. For example, right now I have this my fun project where I have no collaborators in. Okay, so if I go to Oscar, I share my repositories here, the ones that I want to find collaborators for. I have some already shared, which are the ones that I have in my GitHub account, the Dropbox for programmers. And I'm waiting for someone else to actually collaborate in. I have some collaborators in one, this one I don't have any. Let's say, for example, Tiago on the back, which is on the keyboard, he finds out about Oscar and he wants to find projects to collaborate in. So he signs in to Oscar and he remembers of me about when we work in Le Wagon. So he searches for my name and he finds all the projects that I'm working in or that I'm the owner, and he finds that a fun project would be fun for him. So he clicks on it. He reads about the project, it's an awesome fun project, so he wants to collaborate in that kind of projects, and he applies for collaboration. Now he needs to wait for me to accept. So back to me. In my account, I go to my repositories, I find out that, so I go and check, and I found out that I have a new, in fun project, I have a new collaboration pending on. So Tiago is here, it's his GitHub account, Alves6. I know that Tiago was a collaborator of mine before, so I accept it. And the magic happens here. So right now, in the Dropbox, Tiago couldn't actually work in the files. But now if we go to our GitHub account and we see the collaborators that we have, actually Tiago have all the access there, and he can collaborate in my files. So, problem solved, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. So I was going to talk more about my stand-up boarding family and professional life, but I decided I'd just be real and talk about the happiest team in the world. This next team, I've never seen people find coding so damn funny. like everything. I've never like seen anyone giggle as much while they were programming, which you'll totally understand why they also picked the most adorable name we've ever had in the history of Le Wagon. Give it up for Busy Bear. You have Sabrina, Inês, oh no, sorry, Sabrina, not Inês, Marta, and Tiago. Marta, oh, kill time. Great, I'm real good at this. Yeah, we can, Maria, give me a joke. Really? Now you don't do it? What do you call a Russian? Is this appropriate? What do you call a Russian tree? What do you call a Russian tree? What? You have to say it, don't laugh. Dimitri. Good, it's good. It's good. Do we want another? Okay, there we go. Again, this is also a theatrical group.
Oh my God, it's gonna be one of those days. I can see it already. I'm coding since 8 a.m. because my colleague doesn't show up in time. And it's so hot in here. I would pay a small fortune for a beer. Maybe from Musa, I don't know. But it's so far. I wish there was a solution for me.
Did you hear that? This guy is so desperate that he's able to pay anything for a beer. So I would like to, I want to know how many of you guys have ever been in one situation like this that you really have to do something, and you are able to pay to someone to do that for you because you don't have time, or you are just lazy, or you are too tired to do that. How many of you? Please raise your hands. Thank you. So here is the solution for you, you know? So, but let's think. You don't want like someone else do that job for you. You want to trust on that person. So you want a person that is able to do that don't have a lot of time and don't have money, are desperate for money because you don't want to pay that much for that thing. So who are the guys that are able to do that for a few money? Students. Okay. So here is a platform that anybody can have a job, and only students can apply for the job because they are cheap. So you all have been there. So let's create a solution for Tiago. And well, actually, we have no idea how much we are going to charge for the beer. So let's have a look in Lisbon at the jobs that we already have. So you have walk my dog, 10 euros. Okay. Can we see the other two? Pharmacy run, 10 euros. Okay. And do we have more jobs? Buy cigarettes, 10 euros. Okay, let's charge 10 euros for a beer because we want a cold beer. And so let's create a job. So we want a cold beer. Job title. We want a really cold beer. In a few minutes, because I want, when I finish the presentation, I want a cold beer here, right now. And I will charge 10 euros because all the people are charging 10 euros around here, so why not? And I'm desperate, I really want, so I'm paying a lot. So, and I will have to choose a category. Okay. Okay, I can sing for you now. If you want to not get bored. Here it is. Here it is. Woo! Our job done. Woo! So we don't have any applied. So let's think. We don't want just anyone apply for this job and anyone that I don't know. I want to check the person that applied for this job. So any student can apply for this job, but I want to check for each student, see the profile, and see, okay, this guy I like. I'm going to accept this candidate for do the job for me. Okay, whoa, we have 2 applies. I have one student from here in Lisbon, and wow, so cute, Marta. Okay, average rate, 5 stars. Oh my God, she's so good doing jobs. And the other one? Alina, let's see. Oh my God, Alina, you're so awesome, so cute. Let's see the average age. Oh, I want to check the average. Oh, each category. So she's so good doing all kind of jobs. So I want to choose Alina. Please, Alina, can you bring me a beer? So I want to choose Alina. Can I choose Alina here? Okay. So look, job time. I'm waiting for Alina to bring me the beer. Thank you. Wait, I didn't pay you. Okay, thank you, Alina. Wait, 10 euros. So, sorry, I don't have that. It's okay. Okay, we'll talk later. So the job is done. Can I put check done? And I want to delete the job. And that's it.
Hello. Oh, it's really loud, and I don't like how I sound. Sorry. So hi guys, I am the bootcamp manager here at Le Wagon. I'm taking over from Shannon right now, and I am an alumni. I finished about 3 months ago, and I have been helping these lovely people get through the last 9 weeks. So awesome job. But yeah, so I moved to Lisbon about a year ago, and I live in Graça. And the great thing about Graça is I always see these the older people leaning out the windows, playing cards. They seem to know a lot about Lisbon life. But I can't just go up and say hey, want to chat? Because that's a bit weird, okay? So our next team has come up with a solution to this problem. So I want to welcome Win-Win. Are they there? Yeah? Cool, awesome. Right, guys, so give it up for Joanna, John, Alina, and Dayashi.
Hi guys. So it's just me today. I'm sorry to disappoint you. No crazy sketches like the one before. To those standing in the room here today, you're in quite a lucky situation. You've all got people who love and care for you. But unfortunately, we live in a society where there are people that are alone and isolated and live by themselves, especially the older population. So a lot of the older population suffer from loneliness, depression, isolation, and we've developed an app for that. So basically, the older population, they have a lot of life experiences and knowledge that they can share with the younger population. And us as younger people, sometimes we need that connection, that mentorship from someone who's been through the same things 100 times before, and our dramatic little breakups are nothing compared to someone who's lived an incredible life. So this is Win-Win. It's called Friendships with a Purpose. So if I just go to my profile to see the one I created. So I'm Chloe. This is my little tagline, waffles are just pancakes with abs. If you see my profile, so I'm a student in psychology. I just moved to Lisbon for a year abroad. I'm an introverted extrovert. I like hiking, traveling, exploring, and this is a little bit about me in Lisbon. So if you look to the left, you can see my experiences. So I'm a professional dancer. I really like film. I like to travel a lot. And you can see my little wish list as well. So it's things that I'd like to achieve throughout my life. So for example, working in the film industry, learning to sew, make clothes, and know more about fashion, and get to know Lisbon. So now that I'm in Lisbon, I think I'm just going to search to see who is available in Lisbon. So if I go to the search bar. Okay, this is really cool. So I can search by location, topic, and I can also select a gender if I have a preference. So these are our beautiful, beautiful candidates. But I think I'm going to be a little more specific. Oh, wait, I can see that I can add them to my favorites. I can send them a message, and I can add them as a friend, which is exciting. But I'm going to look for someone a little more specific. So I'm in Lisbon. I don't know much about the city. So I'm going to look for someone who knows something about Portuguese history. So we're searching, and ooh, who is this sassy diva lady who looks incredible in orange? I'm going to look at her profile to find out a little bit more about her. Ooh, so she's 71. She's lived an incredible life. So she has worked as a model, a photographer, an artist, a fashion consultant for films, a massive fashion designer, and she's quoting with Reese Witherspoon from Legally Blonde. So clearly this woman is, I mean, I have to meet her. So I see that she wants to make a website, and if you didn't notice in my profile, I am a pro programmer. I really know how to make websites. So, and she really knows about fashion. So clearly I can teach her something and she can teach me something. So I'm gonna message her. So I'm gonna just talk about, so I really like her to teach me more about fashion, and I'd really like to help her do her blog. Okay, so I've messaged her. If I go back to my inbox just to see what other messages I have, so you can see my message inbox and all the people who have messaged me, which is really cool. So it's a two-way situation. I can message others and others can message me. Oh, and I can see that Rosa has replied to me. She'd like to share her experiences and she'd love to learn about blogging and coding websites. She'd like to meet on Wednesday at 3. I have no life and I'm free. So I'm gonna say, great, like let's meet. And clearly I have a little friend meetup on Wednesday at 3, which is really exciting. If I go back to the homepage and just explore it a little more, so you can see how it works, and then clearly this has allowed me, so I've never had grandparents, and I never thought much of it until you start hearing other people's stories about having grandparents and the valuable connections that they have and the valuable experiences that they've learnt with having grandparents. So this is, for me, I can connect with the older generation because I was always felt a little bit awkward talking to the older generation. But here, so you can connect with the older and younger generation and create a bridge between them. So you can share life experiences. So I can share my 23 years of knowledge on this planet, and Rosa can share her insane life of working in big Hollywood films and learning new skills. So I get to teach Rosa how to code her website, and she gets to teach me a little bit more about fashion because I clearly need it. So if you wanna make friendships with a purpose, use win-win.
Hello. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're on to our final 2 now, which is crazy. I know. No, we're final 2. Got 2 left. Okay, cool. Right, guys, so who here has lived in many different countries or, kind of has friends all around the world? Anyone? Yeah? And you know what a pain that is to try and meet people because no one really wants to be the person that goes to the other country? So how do you solve this problem, right? So it's like, basically you end up never seeing each other because you're both too kind of, reluctant to make the big leap. So we have a product coming up called Alecondo, which will help solve all these problems, be it distance, cost, and just initiative. So guys, can you give it up for Kai? Yeah, okay, can you give it for Kai, Scarlett, Julio, and Samuel?
Thanks, Emily. So yeah, as you already know, I'm obviously Scarlett, and together with Kai, Sam, and Julio, we are the team Alecondo. And we have been living in Lisbon and doing Wagon for the last 9 weeks, and we all became real good friends. So yeah, we were actually talking about how we're gonna meet afterwards again, and when is it gonna happen? When do we see each other again? So we came up with the idea of just traveling together. And I mean, you all know that when it comes to traveling with friends, it's always about the same, like 2 people in 2 different destinations. It's always about money. You always want to get the best deal for both of you, and also think about how much time you spend for just checking out the best destination where you actually want to go to. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly what our platform Alecondo is targeting on, because beside finding the best destinations, with the cheapest flight cost for both of you. You also have the possibility to share your results with your friends. You can split the cost in the end evenly, which is most of the time the big issue, that one is always paying more than the other. So yeah, I talked already to Julio about it, that we want to do that amazing trip together, and he lives actually in Lisbon, I live in Munich, so we're gonna just put that in over here, and yeah, we would like to go on the 28th of August and come back on the 30th. And then let's just search for some results and see what we get. Nice, 12 results. So the first thing looks already awesome. Rome, I always wanted to go there. But we have some more stuff up there, of course. You see it on the left. There's like Madrid, Paris, London, whatever you want. You see the price for the two of us, so that will be split in the end. And the lower you go, the higher the price get. And on the right side, I actually can see the details about the destinations. So you see some description text, what you actually can do over there. You have also the flight details for Julio and me. There's some information about the attractions in the city, and of course, we always need a quote from some experienced travelers. So yeah, I mean, Rome looks awesome, but just because we have so many results, let's check out Paris as well. Nice, Paris looks also awesome. Let's just make a quick look on the flight times, because yeah, it's still good, but I guess I just prefer Rome instead, and I will share that trip with Julia. Good, the link is already in place. You just have to put in the email address of your friend, and then just enter a quick message, let's go to Rome, and share it with Julia. Nice, so now he's gonna receive an email that I shared that awesome trip with him.
Okay. Well, so I got the email that Scarlett shared with me. It must be about our trip. And let's meet in Rome? Damn it, I want it. She knows me. That girl, she knows me. For sure. Let's check it out, man. Yeah, Rome. I mean, I've been living here in Europe for a while, but I've never been to Rome, and it's my dream. And let me check the times on the flights. Yeah, I'm flying from Lisbon, so it looks pretty nice because in the end we'll be arriving in the, just 1 hour difference between the two of us. So it's gonna be great, and yeah, I'll book it for sure. So I can see like the prices that I would pay 147 euros from Lisbon, and she would be paying 59 only. So Alecondo makes it fair, and well, she'll need to pay me back 44 euros in pasta or pizza. Yeah, let's do it from Lisbon, please. All right, so I'll just book my flight, just finish it, and it was very quick, no issues, very smooth. We got the best deals, split it evenly, and see you in Rome. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, guys, we're on to the last one. It went so fast. I know, right? So, guys, after hearing about Alecondo, I now want to go on lots of trips, right? But who here has, looked at your bank account and there's way less money in there than you ever thought, right? And you're like, where did it go? I haven't spent anything, okay? So, the next team have come up with a pretty awesome and very Australian way to save money. It's got the best name. It's called, can I say it? Ledger. And they will basically demonstrate how to save money in a really cool and efficient way. So can I welcome Tom, I'm just going to make sure I get everyone's name, guys, Samuel, Say, and Andre. Woo!
Terrific. Thank you, Emily. So I'm a typical millennial, and like many of you, I have a Spotify subscription. I don't have cable TV. I'm a cord cutter. So I also subscribe to a lot of streamed media content. I have a Netflix account. When Game of Thrones is on HBO, I sign up to HBO Now. I sign up to Showtime. I sign up to Hulu. Of course, I think I'm going to cancel these, but I kind of forget. And it got me thinking, we also have subscriptions to other things, our magazines, our gym membership, Amazon Prime, and it actually adds up to be a lot, but I've got no idea how many I have and how much they cost. So I was really stoked to hear that my friends, Jerome, Z, and Andre, just completed the Le Wagon course and came up with this really cool web app.
Yeah, and I'm very glad we met the other day because you told me about your problem and I told you we are building the solution for you. We are called Ledger and we track all your subscriptions automatically in less than a minute. So how does it work? We track all your bank transactions, we keep your subscription expenditures, we find better deals for you, you can save money with that, get reminders, and it's very secured. So let's get started, sign up, and see the magic.
Terrific. Okay, that sounds pretty amazing. So I'm going to sign up and see how the sign up process goes. So tom3@ledger.io. I'll put in my password. And then I'm keen to see what happens next. Awesome. So we're logging in and I see this pop-up window. And it says that it's using a secure bank connection and that my credentials won't be shared with Ledger. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I see from the URL it's a secure website, so it's encrypted. And I continue. I'll check my American Express card. So how about I see if they connect with Amex? There we are. And I'll put in my login. This is my real login with Amex right now. This is live data. So let's see if it pulls all my data from my Amex login in the US.
So while this is loading, we are basically accessing all the transactions of Tom because he gave us access to it, and we only keep his subscriptions to show them in a very nice dashboard.
Awesome. Cool. So let's see what I have. Wow. So this is pretty amazing. This app has literally connected with Amex in the US, looked through all my transaction history, and identified my subscriptions. These are really my subscriptions. And what is shocking is I don't feel like I've got that many. This is my internet at home. T-Mobile is my mobile phone, and some entertainment ones. But you can see it totals almost $1,000 a year. So that highlights the problem. And I'm now nervous because I also put some transactions on my bank card. So Jerome, is there a way I can add and check if my Citibank also has subscriptions?
Yeah, we all have different cards for subscriptions. And you can find them on the left tab. You have the information dashboard for the first tab, the settings on the second tab. We'll go there after. And you can add and remove accounts on the third tab. What do you want to do? Add one?
That's cool. So let's add my Citibank account. There it is. Cool. So it's Tom GG. That's the one. And let's see if I've got any subscriptions with my Citibank. Okay, so it's loading, secure check. Authorizing with our servers. Cool, it's tracking down my subscriptions. Let's see what happens next. Bang, oh, yeah. So one more subscription. I had my Google Cloud membership on there. So what would be really cool is if there was a way I could see if I'm getting the best deal. Is that possible, Jerome?
Yeah, it is. You can see the price you pay per month, the next payment due date, and you can see all the alternatives that we propose for you.
Wow. So with Hulu, I see I'm on like almost $12, but there's a cheaper plan with commercials. There's Netflix, etc. So I can use this app to find better deals if I want. But I think it's a bit excessive. I'm paying now over $1,000 a year, so I really should cancel some. If there was only a way I could manage my subscriptions efficiently.
That's when we go to the subscription manager. So you go to the settings, and you basically set monthly reminder if you want. You can get notifications for new deals. mark it as cancelled or cancel it from there.
Awesome. So let's have a look through this. Hulu, I want to cancel. I see the link there, but I just want a reminder. I'm not going to do that, cancel it in front of everyone here. TPG, that's my most expensive subscription. So definitely let me know if there's a new deal, please. And I've just left the US. I'm heading to Australia, so I've actually already cancelled my T-Mobile plan. So let's mark that as cancelled. This is fantastic.
So yeah, I think you're right 4 minutes ago, and you have already seen the entire website. We tackled your problems that many of people have here nowadays with subscriptions. So let me recap. We track all your bank transactions, and we only keep the transaction for the subscriptions, so you can manage them as easily as possible. That's Ledger.
Okay, guys. Well, that was our class, all 7 of them. And I have to say, you guys were like an amazing first batch to be the bootcamp manager. You were like super chilled out and super enthusiastic. And yeah, no, you were. But it was really great. Like, you guys had a dynamic that was super like organic, and you really put your heart and soul into it. So I think you should give yourself a round of applause, because you did an awesome job, and you were, yeah. And yeah, guys, I know Shannon said this before, but like what we really want to promote here is like a community. Like, yeah, we are a boot camp that we teach coding, but we want you guys to stick around. We want you guys to become involved. You know, a lot of our alumni are all over the world right now. So we've got some alumni who are in like Morocco, some alumni in Bali, some alumni in working in Bali, Morocco, Israel, and somewhere else. Australia, yeah, guys. So I know you guys are probably going to go back to your own countries, but please drop into Le Wagons there. Say hey, join the community, because that's really what it's all about. So just thank you again, and thank you to everyone for coming. So yeah, have a good. Right, and I'll give you Shannon. Don't go yet.
And thank you to our teachers. I know you guys are like, oh, you always say thank you to us, and you don't mean it, but yes, we mean it. These products that were developed, the students did an amazing job, but it's not possible without the teachers. And I also know, and just to say, the teachers, you guys are getting better and better, which is making this program better and better, and having our students have even more success when they leave here. And it's because of your commitment to programming itself and to the community, and just to really helping others. So thank you. Thank you. You also were much nicer to Emily and made her life a whole lot easier. So, and I want to also say thank you to Emily. She did an incredible job. Trust me, this job it's stressful in a weird way. There's a lot of emotions, as you guys know. And she's like the emotional basket that you just throw it on. So, Emily, you did an amazing job. I'm super excited about the future of Wagon Lisbon with people like Emily and our teaching staff. It's incredible. Another reason I'm here to thank the teachers also is because we have like a roster of 30 teachers, and we probably have 15 Joãos on that roster. So, and Emily hasn't learned all of the Joãos' last names. And so I said, I am going to thank the Joãos by their last name, because I'm the only one who can do that here. So I want all of the teachers to come up here and stand proud so we can clap for them as they name your name. A lot of the teachers are on holiday because of the students. They had to take a break for a week. So those that are here, I'm going to name everyone though. Carlos, obviously, please. Andre Brás, João Viana, not here. Nick, come down. João Valério, Andre Costa, Gui, I know he's watching. Hi, Gui. Tamara, Andre Pires, João Fernandes, Joanna, I bet she's watching too. Francisco, Gabriele, in Morocco, Manel, Miguel, Maria. Woo, Maria. Patrick, João Sanchez. Did I tell you guys about the Joãos? Huh, João? Irina, Olya, Daniel, Mariana, Alexandra, Ricardo, Sven, come on down. Where's Hugo? Is Hugo here? The one? He's not here. Okay. Hugo. All right. Let's take a photo. Let's also get batch. Wait, no. Every time?
So Shannon always thanks everybody and says everybody's incredible, but Shannon is the most incredible of them all, and it wouldn't be the same without you.
I pay her. All right, batch 162, come to the stage, and then I want the alumni to follow, but first, batch 162, it's your time to shine. Can we get some music? And a round of applause, batch 162. All right, alumni, get ready. You're coming down too. David, I'm looking at you. We have a place in the back for you.